What is up, notagrom fam? Today we're finally doing the video I said I would never do, which is the oil change video on the Kawasaki Ninja 400. As you can see here, we have 2 quarts of Royal Purple Max Cycle, 10W40 motorcycle oil, and an OEM Kawasaki oil filter, 17mm socket, and a metal oil filter wrench. As you'll notice in this video, I have the cowl off of the bike. You do not have to take the cowl off the bike to do this oil change. I just did that so that it would be easier to see with the camera. Of course, first you start out by loosening your 17mm bolt on the bottom end of the bike. That's where you drain the oil from the bottom. I prefer to use a Folgers coffee can as my oil catch, as it seems to be about the perfect size without having to lift the bike. And then, of course, while that's draining, go ahead and loosen up your Kawasaki oil filter. It is on there tight, so you're going to need these metal plier type oil filter wrench, and you're going to basically need to squeeze the piss out of it. You're going to bend the shit out of it getting it off of there, so just squeeze on real tight and give her a good turn until she's capable of coming off by hand. Once all the oil has drained, you can go ahead and screw your oil plug back in and then move your coffee can over to the oil filter so that you can screw that off and catch the remaining oil. As you can see here, I just kind of loosened it up a little bit, let the remaining oil drain out, and then continued to unscrew it until dropping the filter into the pan itself. After letting that drain for a few moments, we took our brand new Kawasaki OEM oil filter. I'll post a picture of the part number here. You can pick those up on Amazon or eBay or any other place. You can go to the dealer and get them. So you just screw that on, and you just want to get that on there hand tight. You don't have to use the filter wrench at this point. Just get it up on there. Move your coffee can out of the way, or whatever it is you use to catch your oil, and just tighten it down there by hand as tight as you possibly can. Then, of course, make sure to go back and snug up your 17mm on the bottom of your oil pan. And now you're ready to put in your fresh oil. Now, a lot of people ask me, what is the best oil to use? This is a question you're going to get a lot of answers for. The most common answer is Mobil 1. But personally, I like Royal Purple. I've been using Royal Purple ever since I got the Z125. It functions really well. It helps with some of Kawasaki's weird transmission issues. I would say that it makes the bike shift smoother, run smoother, and yeah, it's expensive, but hey, you know, my bikes are my life. They're the one thing I take the most pride in, so of course I'm going to put the best stuff in them that I know to be true, to be good. Now, as the Kawasaki manual calls for, this is a 2.1 quart oil change. If you live in Japan or a European country, you know that that's 2 liters. A US quart is 946 milliliters, whereas a liter is 1,000 milliliters, not 946. So you're going to need more than 2 quarts of oil, especially for your first oil change. What I did is my very first oil change, I bought 3 quarts, and then that 3rd quart I've just been reusing for that 100 milliliter difference. And just to make things simpler, what I do is I'll take one of the empties and just pour over 100 milliliters from that 3rd quart, which this is the 3rd time that I've used it because this is my 3rd oil change. Just pour it over into one of your empties until you've got 100 milliliters. Then you can pour it into the bike and you have the exact proper 2.1 quarts / 2 liters. And that's pretty much it for the oil change portion. Now we can move over to adjusting, cleaning, and lubing the chain. To get things started, we want to move back to this bolt on the very back of the bike and remove this cotter pin as shown. This cotter pin is kind of a pain in the ass to get out. You may want to find a little beating utensil or something to knock it out of there. I just used a really large socket as seen here. Once you get it up to the top, you can just yank it on out of there. You want to take a 24mm and a 17mm wrench. Use your 17mm wrench over on the left hand side of the bike to hold the axle in place, and then your 24 to loosen the nut, which will allow your axle to slide back during adjustment. You do not have to take this nut all the way off, just get it loose. You'll feel when it's loose enough, almost loose enough to move by your hand, that's when it's pretty much good enough. Up next, you want to loosen your adjusting nuts on the back Primarily, you want to loosen up this 12mm in the back while you hold it with the 14mm in the front. These are your adjusting screws for your axle. And you want to pay attention to these lines up here. You notice I had to re-record this little scene. But you just want to tighten it down until it feels a little tight, and then check those lines. Make sure they're the same on both sides of the bike, because you don't want your axle to be crooked. You want it to be level, so you use the little indicators from the factory to gauge that. Then of course you want to check your chain, make sure you've got about 1 inch of play. You check that from the bottom side of the chain. Once you see that you've got about 1 inch of play, you can go back and tighten down 12mm nut to your 14mm nut, locking that position in place. Once you got that locked in place, of course you just grab your 17 or your 24, go right back to what you're doing and tighten it down. Once it starts to feel tight, starts to feel really good and tight, then just nudge it over until that cotter pin can slide right back where it came from. Most people would probably recommend that you use a new cotter pin, but me, I just beat the old one back into place. Seems to work okay. Up next, we want to clean the chain on this bike. We're using the Motul chain clean. And the way I do this is a little different. It's probably a little dangerous. You probably shouldn't do this at home, but this is the way I do it. I put it up on a bike stand, put it in third gear, let the clutch out. She runs at about 10 miles an hour. You just heavily spray this MC chain clean onto the chain, onto the sprocket. Just let it get good and saturated. Then you just take a regular old normal garden hose and spray it all off. And I usually do this process a couple of times just to make sure it's good and clean. But just for the video, I cut all that out, so it's just me doing it once. But I typically do this a couple of times. Once you've got it good and sprayed off, you want to let it dry off before you put your oil on or your lube. So what I usually do is just, like I said, leave it in third gear, let it run for a few minutes. The friction from the chain moving on the sprocket alone will heat it up and cause it to dry off. And then you can move on to lubing it, which we use also. I didn't show the can in here for some reason, but this is the Motul off-road chain lube. I bought this back when I just had the Z125. It puts a little green haze over it, and you can really tell when it's lubed up. But same process, you just let it run and spray it on there, and then your chain is lubed and ready to go. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button, and we will see you next time. Peace.